Hi everyone, this is Mark with Ease Investing. Today we're going to talk about real estate. You may be wondering, why are we talking about real estate? Every video that you've done has been on stocks and, more importantly, stock options. My channel is a channel for investments where you earn double-digit return on investments. With stock options, you definitely can earn double-digit return on investments. That is only one asset though. The next asset we're going to get into is real estate, more importantly, single family homes. With single family homes, you may be wondering, well, why is Done For You Real Estate pulled up? It's a service that I've used. I'm not directly affiliated with them, but I have used their service, and it's a service that I would definitely recommend if you're new to real estate. Basically, with their service, you pay a one-time fee. They find the property for you. They do all the legwork for you. They make sure it's going to be a double-digit return on investment. And for using their service, you pay that one-time fee. For me, that made sense. For you, it may not, but it made sense to pay a one-time fee to make sure that the property checks out and make sure it's a good investment property compared to doing it on my own and avoiding that one-time fee. There are other services that I came across, but what they wanted is they wanted ownership in the property. So a lot of them, it was a 50-50 split ownership that you would get into. So you'd own 50% of the property, they would own 50% of the property. What you would do on your end is you'd bring in all the money for the property, and what they would do on their end is they would use all of their connections as far as the research into the property. They would have the property management lined up and all that. Done For You Real Estate does the same thing, but instead of a 50-50 split, it's a one-time fee, and you own the property 100%. So for me, that was a lot more appealing. It took me a while to find them, but I have used their service, and I've been highly satisfied with their service. Now with real estate, there are 4 main benefits that you get from real estate that allows it to be a double-digit return on investment. Let's talk about those 4 benefits. Number 1, you have your cash on cash return on investment. What I mean by that is if you put $100,000 into a property and each year you're making $5,000 on that property, your cash on cash return on investment is 5%, because 5,000 of 100,000 is 5%. So you're automatically earning 5% on that property if you're putting in 100 grand and you're making $5,000 on it. The next benefit to owning real estate is you have your mortgage that gets paid down every year by the renter. What this allows you to do is have more cash flow each year. The third benefit is your tax depreciation. You get to write off your entire property over a period of 27 and a half years. So if your property is worth $300,000, you get to write off that $300,000 over 27 and a half years. That's a massive tax benefit as far as that goes. And then the fourth benefit of owning real estate as an asset is what happens is your home appreciates each year in value. So you get a percentage of your home that's going up in value, which is usually 4 to 5%, and you're getting that on the entire property value. So even though you put $100,000 into the property, and then you have a mortgage for, let's say, $200,000, not only are you getting 5% on your $100,000, you're also getting an extra 5% on the $200,000 that the bank loaned for the property. So that's another amazing benefit that adds to the overall ROI of a property. Now, when you take into account the return on investment with each 4 of those benefits, you easily have a double-digit ROI with real estate. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment box. We've gone over 2 assets that produce double-digit ROIs. Number 1, stocks, more importantly, stock options. And number 2 is real estate.